Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we re-diving deep into one of the most timeless stories ever told. The Town Mouse and the Country Mouse. This classic, originally from Aesop's fables in ancient Greece, isn't just a cute tale about two mice. It's a profound exploration of what it means to be truly happy. So, grab a cozy drink, settle in, and let's unravel the wisdom hidden in this simple story. At its heart, the fable presents a classic debate. Is it better to live a simple, peaceful life, or a luxurious one filled with excitement and risk? To explore this, we meet our two main characters. First, there's the country mouse. He lives a humble life out in the fields. His home is a simple burrow, and his meals consist of whatever he can forage, things like barleycorns and roots. He doesn't have much, but he has peace, quiet, and the gentle rhythm of nature. He's content, safe, and undisturbed. Then, we have his cousin, the town mouse. This guy lives in the big city, inside a grand mansion. He's surrounded by opulence. Instead of simple grains, he feasts on the finest leftovers from human banquets, cake, cheese, jellies, and all sorts of delicacies. He walks on plush carpets and sleeps in a cozy nook in a fancy drawing room. His life is the picture of luxury and sophistication. On the surface, it seems like he has it all. Our story kicks off when the country mouse, with his good and generous heart, invites his city-dwelling cousin for a visit. He proudly lays out the best food he has: a few kernels of wheat, some tasty roots, and a crisp acorn. He's excited to share his world. But the town mouse, used to a much richer diet, turns up his nose. He finds the country fare plain and the lifestyle dreadfully boring. "My poor cousin," he says, "how can you live like this? You're wasting your life away in this dull corner. Come with me to the town, and I'll show you how to really live. I'll show you the land of plenty." The country mouse, perhaps feeling a little insecure about his simple life, and definitely curious about the wonders his cousin described, agrees to go. They travel to the city and arrive at the magnificent house where the town mouse lives. The country mouse is absolutely astonished. He's never seen anything like it. They sneak into the dining room after the humans have finished their feast. The table is a wonderland of leftover treasures. There are glistening jellies, creamy cheeses, and sweet cakes. The country mouse's eyes go wide. "You were right," he exclaims. "This is the good life." They jump onto the table and begin to feast. For a moment, the country mouse thinks he's in paradise. The food is more delicious than anything he's ever imagined. But just as they're about to tuck into a particularly tempting piece of cake, the dining room door bursts open. A couple of huge, noisy dogs come bounding in, barking loudly. The two mice scramble for their lives, their hearts pounding with terror. They barely manage to escape into a tiny, dark hole, trembling. Once the dogs are gone, they cautiously creep out again. The town mouse tries to act casual, saying, "Don't worry, that happens sometimes. Let's get back to our meal." But the country mouse is shaken. The delicious food doesn't seem so appealing anymore. His appetite has vanished, replaced by a knot of fear in his stomach. Before he can even take another bite, more danger appears. The cook returns to the kitchen, and then a cat is spotted prowling nearby. Their luxurious feast is constantly interrupted by a series of terrifying near misses. They spend more time hiding and running than actually eating. Finally, the country mouse has had enough. He turns to his cousin and says, "Goodbye, cousin. You can have your fancy feasts and your life of luxury. They may be wonderful, but they come with too much fear and danger for me. He realizes that all the fine food in the world isn't worth the constant anxiety. He explains, I'd rather have my simple barley and roots in peace and safety than the richest banquet on earth while trembling in fear for my life. Your life is too stressful for me. And with that, the country mouse makes his way back to his humble but safe home in the country. He returns not with regret, but with a newfound appreciation for his simple, peaceful existence. He arrives at his quiet burrow, breathes a sigh of relief, and feels happier and more content than ever before. So, what are the big takeaways from this story? The most obvious moral is that peace and safety are far more valuable than wealth and luxury. The town mouse had all the material comforts one could want, but he lived in a state of constant stress, never knowing when the next danger would appear. His life was a high-wire act. The country mouse, on the other hand, had very little in terms of possessions, but he had the ultimate luxury, peace of mind. The story teaches us that true riches aren't measured by what you own, but by your sense of security and well-being. This brings us to another key theme. Luxury is meaningless if it comes with fear. What good is a feast if you can't enjoy it? The country mouse's experience shows us that the context in which we live our lives matters more than the material things within it. The most delicious cake tastes like ash when you're afraid for your life. This is a powerful reminder to consider the hidden costs of the choices we make. A high-paying job might seem great, but not if it fills you with daily anxiety. A glamorous lifestyle isn't worth it if it compromises your mental or physical health. The story is also a beautiful illustration of how happiness is deeply personal. There's no one-size-fits-all formula for a good life. The town mouse might have genuinely enjoyed the thrill and opulence of his life, despite the dangers. For him, the risk was worth the reward. But for the country mouse, that lifestyle was a nightmare. His happiness was found in simplicity, predictability, and safety. The fable encourages us to look inward and understand what truly brings us joy and contentment, rather than chasing a version of success defined by others. It's about choosing the life that suits your own heart and temperament. The symbolism in the story is incredibly clear and effective. The town, with its mansion and feasts, represents wealth, excitement, and a fast-paced life. But it also symbolizes the inherent dangers, stress, and competition that often come with that world. It's a place of highs and lows. The country, in contrast, symbolizes peace, simplicity, and a slower, more grounded way of life. It might not be as exciting, but it's stable and secure. And the food itself becomes a symbol for the choices we make. Do we choose the simple, reliable meal that nourishes us without risk, or do we chase the extravagant feast that comes with a side of danger? In the end, the story of the town mouse and the country mouse leads us to a powerful conclusion. True happiness doesn't come from impressing others or accumulating luxury goods. It doesn't come from showing off or living a life that looks good on the outside. It comes from within. It's found in a sense of contentment, in feeling safe in your own home, and in living a life that aligns with your personal values. The country mouse went home not as a failure who couldn't handle the city, but as a wise individual who understood himself and what he needed to be happy. He chose peace over panic, contentment over constant craving. And that, the fable suggests, is the wisest choice of all. What do you think? Do you relate more to the town mouse or the country mouse? Let me know in the comments below. It's a question many of us face in our own lives, deciding between the hustle and the quiet. Thanks so much for watching today. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more stories and life lessons. See you in the next video.